You know, before I get into the meat of this video, there's a few things that I need to say up front that will, of course, serve as the intro to this masterpiece. And of course, you have seen the title. Now, before I get into my politically correct rant on this situation that took place in Houston with the Negro female and her boyfriend, let me tell y'all what's coming down the pipe for the Rabbit Hole production. Earlier this week, one of my avid supporters of the Rabbit Hole Productions sent me a video clip. And he said, you know, I think you might want this for your war chest. So I go and I view the clip. And I thought to myself, I'll be damned. I mean, I'm not going to tell y'all what's in the clip, but I'm going to tell you this. Y'all need to get this clip. And then y'all need to get Cynthia G, Nyla Says, Black Woman Sphere, Crystalline Kierzan, Yanni Red, Chrissy. Hell, I can name these Negroes all day. And there may be some that I've missed, but y'all can fill in the blanks. Y'all need to get them, and y'all need to show them this clip. And then y'all need to ask them, explain this. Now, I'm not going to tell you what it is. But if there were ever a final nail in the coffin, this clip is it. This clip is it. Y'all know what it is. I'm gonna show you the clip, and I'm gonna give you my commentary. But I'm telling y'all what y'all need to do. Those of y'all who's gonna waste y'all time trying to bicker and argue with Cynthia G, y'all trying to create fucking petitions to get her removed off of YouTube, and you know, that shit ain't happening. Hell, that shit ain't happening. Come on, man. Come on, black man. Y'all got to be smarter than that. That shit is not about to happen. They are not about to remove Cynthia G off of YouTube. But now what you can do is you can take this footage, this clip, and you can ask her, explain this. And all the other heifers that I mentioned, you can do the same for them. Explain this clip. You know what it is, second nature like breathing. If you want to see the clip and you want to hear my commentary on it, send me an email. I most certainly will get you the link. And you've seen the title. Here we go one more again, y'all. Here we go one more again. And I want to say this before I get into my analysis on what took place in Houston with this heifer and her boyfriend. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, you know, the boyfriend murdering her son. They lead a body, the decomposed skeleton remain. I mean, this is a sad situation, man. This is sad, man. There's just no way around it. So when I give you my commentary, I'm not making light of it. So don't think that that's what I'm doing. It's sad, man. It's pitiful. is not only is it pitiful, it's downright trifling. But I got emails after email after email of people asking me, are you going to do a video on this? Are you going to address this? Are you going to address this? And I told y'all, listen, I thought y'all said I repeated myself. You know, I got Negroes who think that's an insult. I don't. I mean, I've made this abundantly clear. You telling me that I repeat myself is not an insult. Not to me. It may be to somebody else. It's just not to me. It's just like, you making a comment about how old you think I am or my age. I mean, I ain't got nothing to do with that. And there's no gauge in my mother's womb determining when I'm going to be born. I ain't got nothing to do with that, man. It is what it is. That can't be used as no deconstruction of anything that I say. But I thought y'all said I repeated myself. And y'all know I'm of the opinion that repetition is the mother of skill. I have no problem repeating myself. And again, I'll say it again. One of the only things that I really admired about Dr. Martin Luther King was his ability to use repetition to hammer home a point. I mean, King was a hell of a speaker, man. I mean, there's no way around that, man. I can't take that from him. The guy was a hell of a speaker. He was a great orator. And he employed repetition to hammer home points. And I like that. And so when people come to me and they ask me about this situation in Houston with this mother and her boyfriend, I immediately think, well, wait a minute, I thought y'all said I repeated myself because I already done a video on this. And I know y'all wonder, well, wait a minute, you already done a video on it. I follow your channel. I ain't seen that video. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. If you follow my channel, if you follow most certainly the rabbit hole, I've done a video all on this. And I'm going to explain to you how. Because what we seen in that tragic situation with that mother and her boyfriend is we seen two of my major talking points, which are what? The white man is God, man, according to this black woman. Just no way around that, man. A lot of y'all haven't accepted it. And this is the reason why when stuff like this happens, y'all get surprised, y'all get shocked. And that tells me that y'all really haven't accepted the fact that according to this black female, the white man is God. He is a God. I mean, I've accepted this a long time ago. I accepted it a long time ago. This is the reason why when these instances like what took place in Texas, when this type of stuff happened, it don't come as no surprise to me. And I know y'all wondering, well, okay, how did she treat her boyfriend like God? Listen, her boyfriend murdered her son, beat him to death, kicked him until he was unconscious in front of her other children. And then he covers the body with a blanket. When the mother comes and finds out what happened to her son, she doesn't chase after the guy with a butcher knife. She doesn't go after the dude with an axe. She ain't trying to shoot the guy. 911 was not called to their residence because this woman got a shotgun trying to shoot the guy because you just killed my son. No. She confronted him about what he had done, and he said, I'm sorry. I mean, you really have to let that sink in, man. I mean, dude, you just murdered her progeny. You murdered her son. Not only did you murder her son, but you done it in the presence of her other children. And when she confronts him, again, not with a butcher knife, not with an axe, not with a bat, when she confronts him in a way as if he left the toilet seat up. He forgot to lock the back door. He ate the last bowl of Blueberry Crunch or Captain Crunch. She asked him to fix her a cup of coffee. He didn't put no cream in it. She asked him about her son in that way, and he responds as if he'd done all of those things. I'm sorry. And what does she do? She looks at the body, covers it back up, and then goes on her merry way. And the body is decomposing right there in the same residence with them. And no doubt she went and got into bed with this dude who just murdered her son. His body is in the house. And y'all actually wonder why I tell y'all in video after video after video after fucking video. This white man is God, man. According to this black female. And his white skin. Y'all know where I'm going. Y'all got to know where I'm going, people. His white skin has the ability to cover a multitude of imperfections and sins. And one of those sins apparently is murdering her own son. I've done videos on this, y'all. I mean, I really have. I mean, when people sent me the email, I didn't respond to them, but I got to thinking, everybody want me to do a video on this, and I'm not upset by it. I didn't get upset by it. I was just surprised that, y'all asking me to cover this again. I thought y'all said I repeat myself too much, because I've covered this. I've covered this, man. That black woman looks upon this white man as God. That's the way they treat him. And this is the reason why I tell black men, listen, dude, see, black men are of the opinion, and this is really sad that they're this dumb, that y'all think y'all impressing her. When you see black men bricking and arguing on social media, they think that they're getting brownie points in the eyes of black women, and black women is siding with them. And no, black women ain't paying y'all no attention. They ain't thinking about you Negroes, man. They're not paying y'all no attention. You're not white enough. She is not interested in your little beefs, your little drama. She's not interested in it. Especially, now, if it was with a white dude, she might have some concern. But if it's with another brother, man, she don't care about that shit. She don't care about that shit. In the mind of your average black female, the white man is God. This is the reason why they can attend a church in the heart of the hood. I mean, the church is in the heart of the hood, man. In the heart of the black community. But yet you go inside that church and they got a smiling white man on stained glass windows. During Christmas, they put up nativity scenes with a white baby in a manger. They don't have a problem with the fact that the pastor is preaching white theology. That's definitely a subject for another video, but it is what it is. Slipped up. I mean, they have no problem with this. Why? Because the black woman loves white people. This is just a fact, man. I've told y'all this, man. Listen, they don't hate whitey, man. When you hear it, have I not told y'all, listen, whenever you hear a heifer, a black heifer, talking about she hate whitey, you have to put an asterisk there. Likewise, whenever you hear a black Negro talking about he hate whitey, you got to put an asterisk there as well. Why? Because in the case of the black woman, when she says, I hate whitey, she's not talking about that white man. She's talking about that white woman. She hates that white woman. Why? Because that white woman is her direct competition. Likewise, when the black man say he hate white, he ain't talking about that white woman. He's talking about that white man. Why? Because the white man is his direct competition for that white woman. Haven't I told y'all you have to conduct a 40-yard dash to find out who loves whitey more? Y'all love white people. And that's the reason why this white dude was able to murder this woman's son in the presence of her other children, and he just offered her an apology. I'm sorry. I forgot to ask for butter for your bagel. Let me go back inside and get it for you. I'm sorry. I mean, that's essentially what it was. And the fact that she was able to sit or lie in that house and remain in that house with her son's murderer. The fact that she was able to go and get in the bed. The fact that she was able to give him oral sex. And I know she did. How do I know that? Let me leave that alone. Let me. That's the whole, man. That would definitely have to be in the whole. But you get my point. She was able to still reside there with the guy that murdered her son. And she stayed in that house with the remains. His remains have roaches and maggots crawling over his body. And you know the body was smelling. And the fact that she remained in that house under those conditions tell us what? The Diagnostic Statistical Manual. God damn it, man. I'm telling y'all this, man. Needs to classify them as mental disorders. Because the only person who would do that is someone who is suffering from a mental illness. What normal person does this? What normal person in that situation, under those conditions, respond that way unless you are a walking, talking, breathing mental disorder? Don't y'all see it? Don't y'all get it? And see what'll happen is some of y'all gonna come back and y'all gonna say, well, you know what? Hell, I hate to agree with that nigga, but you know what? On this point, he right. She is no, baby. No, you didn't hear me. You did not hear me. Do not put words in my mouth. I said the Diagnostic Statistical Manual that classifies mental disorders needs to seriously consider being a black female as a mental disorder, because that's exactly what it is. I didn't say some. I didn't say that woman in that Houston case where the guy murdered her son. No, I said considering them all, because that's exactly what they are. And that's the reason why, again, I come back and I tell y'all, when the white boy want them, I tell him, hey, pal, better you than me. Better you than me. Because, see, unlike you, and I'm going to say you, I'm talking about the white man, unlike you, Mr. Whitey, I'm not confused about who she is. See, that makeup and that skirt and the heels and that prissy look and all that don't surprise me. That don't, yeah, I'm gonna look, but hey, man, look, I know what's beneath that. Those big breasts, I know what's behind those. That big butt, I know what's there. It's laying dormant, and it's just the right set of circumstances that's going to bring it to the surface. It's there. And sooner or later, you're going to witness this for yourself. That's the reason why I'm telling y'all, better you than me. You want them? You can have them. I'm not mad. I applaud y'all. Good luck. Better you than me, man. You're a better man than I am. Because I know this black woman like I know the back of my hand. I know y'all like I know the back of my hand. And because I know y'all and I've studied y'all, is one of the main reasons why I keep you black men at a distance. And one of the major reasons why I keep telling y'all when it comes down to this black woman, 10 times out of 10, you give me a choice, cigars or her, I'm taking the sticks. Because I know she is not well. She can hide it, and she hides it well. She camouflages it. And see, all of these brothers that are, who are, I say brothers, these white dudes who were married to black women, but now they have divorced them, they have found out. And if we can get them all in a room and ask them, hey man, what was it that made you finally decide to end this marriage? And they're going to tell you horror stories about what they finally found out about that black female that she's been concealing all these years. She can fool y'all. She can't fool me. I don't give a damn what she looks like. I know what's beneath the surface. And because I know what's beneath that surface, I'm going to tell you, you can have her. Oh, don't worry. I'm going to look. If she looks nice, yes, I'm going to look. I'm a heterosexual male. I mean, I'm going to look. If she got nice legs, April Mason, I'm going to look. She got nice breasts, Irene Yvette, yes, I'm going to look. She's cute in the face, yeah, I'm going to look at her. I mean, look, yeah. But as far as trying to get involved, talking, DMing, no, man, I ain't doing none of that shit, man. I ain't doing none of that shit. I'm gonna smoke me a cigar and I'm done with it. Because I know that they are not well. And if y'all think that situation with that woman in Texas was just an isolated incident, y'all haven't accepted it. Y'all haven't accepted it. Every last one of these females on y'all colored sector of YouTube have that very same potential resting in them. It's just a matter of time, or if the right circumstances arise, that will bring it to the surface. Every last one of them have the potential to be that woman right there in Texas. Oh, yes, they do. Oh, yes, they do. Every last one of them. It's just a matter of if the right set of circumstances are going to arise to bring that kind of anger and emotions out of her. Because when it comes down to this white man, in the minds of the average black female, he can do no wrong. And whatever wrong he does, his white skin covers it. His white skin covers it. So no matter what he does, no matter what he gets embroiled in, if he cheats on her, if he steals from her, if he hits her, if he murders her son, no matter what, if he gets arrested, if he loses his job, if he's unemployed, if he's no matter what he gets embroiled in, because he is white, in the eyes of the black woman, his imperfections and sins are wiped off the map. It's as if they never even occurred. And that's why that woman is able to stay there in that house or that apartment with her decomposing son, is because once he said, I'm sorry, it was as if it never even happened. As far as she's concerned, because she's so mentally disturbed, she probably thought her son was still alive. I'm trying to tell you, they need to classify them as mental disorders. And listen, again, I've said this in videos, man. I don't say that to be insulting. I'm saying that because I'm trying to find a cure for her. And if we can classify her as a mental disorder, we can solicit funding and foundations can donate large sums of money so that we can try to find a cure. I know what the ultimate cure is, but I ain't gonna definitely say that here. I mean, that definitely would have to be in the hole, but y'all know I'm a eugenist, so there it is. I'll leave it at that. But this is what you have, man. When people were sending me emails asking me, man, you gonna deal with that? You gonna talk about that? You gonna address that? And I say, listen, man, I've covered it, man. I've covered, man. The reason why, if you're not really sure, the reason why she is so enamored with his white skin, and she's willing to deal with him regardless to his educational level, that don't matter. Don't matter, man. It don't matter about whether he went to school or not. That's only a requirement for black men. He don't have to. He can be a high school dropout. He could have dropped out of the 3rd grade. He could be living in a shelter. We've seen this. He could be behind on his child support, and she will take him in, take him out of that shelter, and will go to work and work 40 hours a week and you know damn well part overtime so that she can fund his lifestyle. She will do that if he's white. I've done videos on it. Y'all can't say that ain't true. When Crystalline Carrison interviewed that heifer who was in the relationship with the Trump supporter after Trump got elected, he's on a tirade telling her, you don't like Donald Trump, take your black ass back to Africa. And she's recording him. And she thought she was embarrassing him by posting that footage. No, baby, you're embarrassing yourself. Because for him to talk to you like that, he always talks to you like that. And now you want to record it because you want sympathy from people to look on and say, oh, how could he talk to her like that? That ain't what I said. And y'all remember, I done a video on it. He's talked to her like that before. And then Crystalline Carrison, because, you know, she wants to try to highlight this whole situation, she interviews the woman, puts her on a live stream. And the woman said from her own mouth, when I met the dude, he was homeless, living in his car. He was behind on child support. I took him and his child into my home and took care of them. Why? Why did you do that? Because he's white. And his white skin covers a multitude of imperfections and sins. And some of those imperfections has to obviously include being homeless, being behind on child support, living in a car. And then you want me to listen to a heifer who will tell a black man who maybe drives for UPS or Amazon, working a full-time job and going to school at the same time, that's struggle love. Wait a minute, baby. He's working. He's working and going to school. He has a job. But yet you classify that as struggle love. But now what do you classify this with the white dude who's living in his car? What is that? You mean to tell me that's not struggle love? The dude is unemployed. He's behind on his child support. You take him into your home and take care of him and his child, but you don't classify that as struggle love, baby. Why is that not struggle love, Miss Black Woman? His white skin. His white skin, y'all. The power of white skin has the ability to cover a multitude of imperfections and sins. I told y'all, man, I already done a video on this, man. I already covered it. And listen, please, I'm not making light of it. It's a sad situation. It's a tragedy. It's too bad. But listen, man, this is what we're going to see more of these stories. We're going to see more of these stories because I'm telling you, man, every last black female has residing within her that very same potential when it comes down to a white man. That's how much they love him. That's how much they worship him. He's God. And one day y'all gonna accept this, man. One day y'all gonna have to come to the realization that I have, man. This black woman in the mind of this black woman, that white man is God. These are just the facts, man. Matter of fact, let me give y'all this fact and wrap this video up because I feel myself about to go off. So if you want that video footage that's gonna end it all, that y'all need to share with the Cynthia G's and her ilk, you know what it is, second nature like the breathing, send me email. I most certainly will get you the link. Because at the end of the day,